The main purpose of primary and middle school education is to aim to provide a solid elementary foundation in all subjects. As example, primary school level, the students are introduced to the basic skill education such as arithmetic, language, and reading skill. Apart from this, they are also involved in several co-curricular activities including music, dance, aerobic, etc. As an example, middle school level children are taught with more focus of creating independent learner and thinker, so we can raise a generation that can think, reason, explore, research, and also understand any subject on its own. As an example, academic system in Indonesia is still based by the age. As a primary education, our children 6 to 11 years, and middle school are at 11 to 13 years. And this actually giving a lot of disadvantage as the student is different by their own. They have different skill, different learning activity, are also different characteristics. So grouping students solely based on their age can have disadvantages for several reasons. First is diverse learning ability. Students of the same age can have vastly different learning abilities and needs. Some may be ahead of their peers and in certain subjects, while others may require additional support. Grouping solely by age can neglect this difference, leading to either boredom for the advanced student or frustration for those who need more time to grasp the concept. Strict age-based also grouping might hinder student social development. They may have limited exposure to diverse perspective, experience, and also background if they only interact with peers of the same age. Mixing students from different age groups can promote more inclusivity, diverse, and also diverse social interaction. Not just that, when students are grouped by age, there can be a competitive atmosphere to meet age-appropriate academic standard. This pressure to keep up with peers can lead to stress, anxiety, and feeling of inadequacy among students who may not be developmentally ready to meet this expectation. Not just that, students develop at different rates, both academically, emotionally. Age-based grouping might not account for individual progress and can hold back students who are ready to advance or push others too quickly, causing frustration and discouragement. Not just that, by grouping students based on age is overlooking special needs. Students with special education needs may require tailored support and accommodation that are not addressed in age-based classroom. These students may benefit from more flexibility and individualized approach to education than consider their unique requirement. Rigid age-based also group can limit opportunities for cross-age collaboration and creative problem solving. Mixing students at different ages can foster a more dynamic learning environment and where students learn from each other's experience and perspective. And also, it can lead to unrealistic comparison by teacher, parents, and students themselves may make unfair comparison based on age. This can lead to unrealistic expectation and judgment about the student ability and potential, which can be demotivating. Of course, for this motivation, some students may lose motivation if they find themselves constantly ahead or behind their age group. Tailoring education to an individual pace and interest can help maintain motivation and engage in learning. Incorporating more flexibility, grouping strategy can consider factors beyond age, such as skill level, interest, learning skill style, can help mitigate this displacement and promote a more inclusive and active educational environment. Not just that, grouping children actually based on their intelligence, based on their skill can also have a lot of disadvantages, as in students based on their intelligence rather than their age can have several advantages as it recognizes the diverse and dynamic nature of human ability and learning. Here are the reasons why this approach can be beneficial. First, individualized learning. Students have unique learning style. Of course, we are different with the characteristic and of course unique learning style, strength and also weakness. Evaluating them based on intelligence allows for more tailored education plan that meet with their specific needs. They can help students progress at their own pace, filling in gaps in knowledge or producing advanced material when ready. It also leads to efficient learning. When students are grouped solely by age, some might be held back if they're ready for more advanced material, while others may struggle to keep up. By grouping students based on their intelligence, teachers can optimize the learning process, ensuring that each student is appropriately challenged, which can lead to a more efficient learning. It also can reduce stigma. When students are grouped solely by age, those who struggle academically may feel stigmatized or inadequate. This can lead to lower self-esteem and lack of motivation, or you can say it's insecure. Assessing based on intelligence instead help to eliminate this stigma, as students are grouped with others who are at similar level of cognitive development. Encouraging growth of mindset. Assessing students based on intelligence emphasizes the importance of effort, growth rather than fixed ability. This can promote growth mindset where the students believe that their abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. This mindset is associated with higher level of achievement and resilience. It also can promoting inclusivity. Age-based grouping can lead to inclusion and marginalized of students with learning disability who may not progress at the same rate as the peer. Grouping by the intelligence can be more inclusive, allowing students with diverse learning needs to access appropriate support and resources. And also addressing late bloomers. Some students may develop their intellectual ability later than their peers. By assessing based on intelligence, late bloomers are not penalized or their delayed development and can still have the opportunity to excel academically. Fostering a love for learning. When students are engaged in material that match their cognitive ability, they are more likely to enjoy the learning. This positive experience can foster a lifelong love of learning, as they experience success and are less likely to become disinterested or disengaged. It also can prevent boredom. Advanced students who are forced to follow the pace of their peers can become bored and disinterested in school. Grouping by intelligence allows these students to explore more challenging material and keeping them engaged and motivated. It also can help students to preparing for real-world challenges. In the real world, individuals are not grouped solely by age, but are required to interact with people of varying age and ability. Assessing based on intelligence can better prepare students for this real-world situation, teaching them to collaborate and communicate effectively with diverse group. And also, it can lead to a flexibility in education. The rapidly changing nature of the job market and the world in general requires individuals to be adaptable and continuously learn through their lives. Assessing based on the intelligence encourages the ability and prepare students for a future where they may need to acquire new skill and knowledge well beyond their school years. In conclusion, assessing students based on intelligence rather than age can lead to more personalized, inclusive, and effective education system that nurture each student's unique potential and promotes long learning. While age can still play a role in the same aspect of education, it should not be sole determinant of student academic path.